top branch I cut off, it's actually all dead. So I might as well start over again like this. Hi, I'm miltonchang of Bonsaiheirloom. Today I work on this Zelkova that I planted about 20 years ago. I would say the first 15 years of it, maybe even a little bit longer, was in the ground growing very rapidly. So it became a really big tree. I cut it here because that tree was growing vertically like this and really tall. So I cut that off and turn it. So now I have a turning. You can see there's a turn. And then I cut this one again and let the side branch again. So I'm telling you a little bit about the history. That's how you create the turn. I mean, you can wire it, but it wouldn't have the taper. In this case, you can see this was growing really large this way, and then a side branch becomes this one, and then a side branch come out this way, and I cut this off. You can see this is huge, and this is smaller, and that's even smaller. And then I girded this to hopefully it will branch out here. It didn't quite do that, but it will. So now you can see this is a problem. This is not that thick. It kind of tapered very quickly from here, this size to this size. So I should just really leave this branch growing, and then it will thicken. Unfortunately, that branch actually died because I was girding it, hoping it would leaf out here, but it didn't. So I will start over again. I'll cut this off, and hopefully this would come out to become the apex. I'll let it grow. I let it grow really, really tall so that it can thicken. And so I talk about the taper, then I would like to talk a little bit about the thickening. If you let a branch grow, the more leaves it has, the faster it grows. The faster it grows, the thickness of the trunk, that's the branch that's supporting it, because the photosynthesis is feeding the trunk. You want a thick trunk, you leave it, let it grow. And in this case, you can see these are the branches going down. And this branch, ideally, I like it to be much thicker, almost like, maybe this thick or maybe at least this thick. And so what I should do is I should leave all of these alone so that this will thicken. I mean, you can cut it if you're worrying about getting it to look nice right away, but it will slow down the thickening. But thickening is actually secondary. I think it's the shape is really more important. Your eye can compensate, excuse the not so thick piece of it. But nonetheless, I think it's good to know the technique. And I want you to notice this actually, I think it should be the backside. This is very desirable because it's got the big root. And I think I actually don't quite like this. So I'll probably carve that out so that you will have a root going down this way and a root going down that way. But let me turn around to show you the back side, which I like to make it the front side. You can see I dug it up, and that's with the root before, and I washed off all the soil. So you can see this is a very nice front. And this part, I need to carve it out to make it look more natural. And you can see this little hole when I cut off that part, that the main trunk, which is a part of this is going up straight, this way up, right? In a sense, this is this way, and all the way up. When I cut it, you see that's and I cut it and tore it, and you can see it healed very nicely. And then this all become kind of natural looking, rather than click perfectly, that it doesn't look natural, like a manicure. So this tree, I think it would look quite nice. I need to do some fine tuning. But that is the process. You create the turn by reorient the tree, cut it off, and reorient the tree again to get the turn. And that makes the tree look very natural. Okay, with all of that introduction, I will now start clipping. And first of all, what you do is that you leave the branches you want to thicken, and then you create the outline as much as you can. And as I said, I should just let all this grow. Make sure the branches go in the rough direction. I'm going to let this grow wild to thicken this branch. I like it a little bit thicker. And so it doesn't look right the first time, but over time it will. Like this is going like this, and then this. But just imagine if I do a little wiring, which is, I break it, that's okay. It will heal. Maybe not. In this case, I broke too much. But you can see this become now going out in this direction. I cut all this off to save it. Less moisture loss when I cut them off. Again, I'm just doing a rough shaping, and then when they grow out again, based on the natural growth habit, it will look right because we are trained to appreciate the natural look. And then if you do it again and again and again, after many times, the tree will become more and more closer to being a show tree. And that's the long process to make a tree look old. And frankly, I like the clip and grow because they tend to have more of a natural look unless you're really skillful in wiring. And I think generally wiring has got its problem because often people forget that had to take the wire off and gird the tree and all that, etc. So it's got its own sets of problems. But clip and grow has its own problem as well in the sense of you basically start over again branching. And so it takes a little bit longer, I have to admit. But, to each his own. I'd rather spend 10 minutes working on a tree and done rather than spend half a day. So like this top branch I cut off is actually all dead. So I might as well start over again like this. Yeah, this branch was dead. I thought it was the apex. I should have never fooled with it. I'll learn next time not to gird it. Since there's not much branch here, hopefully this will become the apex. So I just go around and get the branches to be about right. It's one more step closer to finishing. And the next time I will make a little improvement again. After 3 or 5 times, it will look pretty decent. So by the time when I'm done, of course, without the leaves, it looks pretty sparse to start with. It will look very sparse, but as you know, it will fill out. Zelkova tend to leave out fairly late. It could be as late as the middle of May, whereas elm will leave out probably middle of February or early March. So that's a couple, 3 months difference, 3 months difference. So it will look bare for quite some time, but as it thickens, you see the silhouette to enjoy. So, each tree has its own merit in terms of how you enjoy it. You can't fight nature, If it doesn't leave out till May, what can you do? I'm almost done, actually. It's fairly easy, the clip and grow method. I'm 3/4 way done. So just clean off the kind of the too dense part so that it will come out when they fill out. It will not be too cluttered. I think that's a little too long. Yeah, basically the asymmetry is here's the apex, and it goes out this way longer, and this is short. So I should really keep that in mind by keeping it short, and hopefully it will fill up. So I'm almost done. It's that easy. And you do that every 3 to 6 months. This one, the last time I pruned it is probably at least 6 months ago. And so it's not that much work. And like this one, I have to come to the front to decide what to do with it. Like this branch would definitely come down a bit. And this, I think, should come this way a bit. Yeah, I don't want this to be out too far. So maybe here. I think that's it. And now you can see from a design standpoint, I rather like this to be down a bit. So I just use an anchor wire, which is really easy to pull it down. So now you can see a little bit more of the drooping. And this can probably come down a bit, but I don't want to break it. But so when I prune it, I should keep that in mind. So like I'll probably do this. So I will let it fill out the next time to decide what next to do. Again, each time you do it, you improve on it, because the nature will work alongside with you to grow out the branches right. So over time, the whole thing will be right. So this is the tree. And one other thing, in addition to the flaw, that this part, the apex taper very quickly. The other flaw is that the pot is rectangular. I think this is more of a round tree. So I will try to next time repot it and into a shallower oval pot, a little bit oversized, to give it the feeling of span, like a sitting in an open meadow. And then you notice what I did is I put the, actually this is a sunscreen shade cloth to provide the little drainage holes for root pruning. And basically when the root try to go through, it gets pruned by the air. It's called air pruning or root pruning. And I will, when I repot it, I will remove the bottom layer and put it into, put in a new mosquito window screen. And it will take me about 10 minutes to repot it, but I have to select the right pot. And I'll tell you more about pot selection when I'm doing it. So I've done this Chinese Zelkova. It probably started from a cutting, a little tree little bonsai tree we brought it back from China, which we are allowed to do at the time. And a little cutting now becomes a giant tree, whereas the original tree still remains a small bonsai. So that is the marvel of a bonsai. So that is the process. It's through patience and vision, work towards a goal you establish for yourself, and over time you get there. And that is the beauty of bonsai. Well, thank you very much for watching today's video. Subscribe to our channel and tell a friend. And most importantly, go to our website and sign up to become our VIP so that we can send you announcements of special considerations. Thank you very much. See you next week.